WNBA Draft tonight. You excited?
I will watch for sure.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark's going to get picked.
Yeah, I'll watch.
She's going to be the number one pick.
You got some star power in this draft.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What if you were a front office? What if you were the general manager of the Indiana Fever and you were convinced, like 100% convinced, Cameron Brink from Stanford was actually going to be the best player from this draft? You just weren't sold on Caitlin Clark as an actual basketball player at this level. Like you believe she'll be good, but not great because you think Cameron Brink is going to be the greatest player in the history of the WNBA.
Yeah.
Could you not take Caitlin Clark?
No, you have to.
You have to take her.
Yeah, you have to. Because, well, one thing is you're also in the season ticket business.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's important, right? Like she's going to sell the most tickets for you right off
It's
the
just
bat.
you have to take her and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah.
You know what it's a little bit like?
I know what I was going to say.
Zion.
Because here's the thing is, as a Grizzlies fan, personally, I would rather have Ja Morant than Zion Williamson.
Come on. That wasn't true.
No. But what I'm saying is going into that, like, if you thought that Ja was going to be better than Zion in that draft,
But most people didn't.
you would still have to take Zion. Like,
I
if you
agree.
had the right?
But most people wanted Zion.
For sure.
But I do remember thinking, if you really were sold on Ja Morant's going to be better than Zion, do you still have to take Zion? And it was like, you probably still have to take him.
That's this situation.
Because for business, it's smart.
Right.
And secondly, you can't be the person who passes on the most obvious thing.
Right.
It's like a little bit like, you ready for this? Greg Oden. Like you kind of had to take Greg Oden no matter what if you got the number one pick. You kind of just had to.
It's true.
Because it was the consensus. That's what everybody would do. You know? There's these few drafts where it's just like you have to do this. And Oden was more of a basketball decision than a business decision. But this would be a business decision. Like Caitlin Clark is the best thing for business. Like Indiana Fever, it was just announced last week, they're going to be on national television more than any other team in the WNBA this season, more than the Aces, who are the reigning champs. And that's because of the presumption that Caitlin Clark will be a member of the Indiana Fever. So that'll become official tonight. Angel Reese, she's the other big name in this. I mean, there's a handful of big names. Kamilla Cardoso is expected to be picked in the top 5. She, of course, out of South Carolina. Angel Reese is expected to go 7th to Chicago. So, like, I don't know if this is the best WNBA draft in history or the worst or something in between. I have no context for that. But there will be more recognizable names selected tonight in the top 10 of this WNBA draft than ever, probably just because of the attention, all of the attention this college basketball season got. So we know all these women now. We might not have known them 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but you know, Angel Reese played on a big stage, and Cardoso played in the championship game for the undefeated national champions. Caitlin Clark. So it'll be a fun television event. I'll turn it on.
Me too.
Let's turn it on.
Let's turn it on.
All right.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.